Ultimea has sent me their all new flagship soundbar, the Skywave X70. Now, I don't typically review soundbars on this channel, and in fact, I've only done one soundbar review previously, and that was the Ultimea Poseidon M60. After reviewing that soundbar, I was surprised at how good it performed relative to its price. So when Ultimea reached out to me and asked me to review their all-new flagship soundbar, the X70, I kind of had to check it out. My curiosity just got the better of me, and I had to hear what this thing could do. My very first thought upon receiving it is how heavy it is. It comes in a large box and it weighs a lot. Now, Ultimea does have a modular design for their soundbars, where the soundbar actually comes in multiple pieces, and then you just very quickly and easily attach them together to create the long soundbar. And this is great for shipping reasons, because now they're able to ship it in a cube box as opposed to a long skinny box. Now, this is a 7.1.4 Dolby Atmos soundbar. Now, I know soundbars, specifically Dolby Atmos soundbars, get a bad rap in the home theater community. But here's the thing. Soundbars have their place. Not everybody has a multi-tens of thousands of dollars budget. Not everybody has a space where they can build a dedicated theater. Maybe they have a small room. Maybe they don't want to run a bunch of wires. Maybe they live in an apartment where they can't mount speakers. And so in those instances, a soundbar is a perfect compromise for their specific situation. Now, in the case of the Skywave X70, the subwoofer and the surround speakers all connect to the soundbar wirelessly. There are literally no wires to be run. All you have to do is power up the subwoofer and connect the power bricks for the surround speakers, and you are good to go. It is really that simple. The other nice thing about the surround speakers is that they actually include mounting holes on the back. So if you want to purchase optional wall mounting hardware, you can actually very easily attach the speakers to the walls and you're good to go. Now, in the case of the soundbar itself, mounting hardware is already included with the Skywave X70. Now, for my testing purposes, I did not mount the surround speakers on my wall. I just set them up temporarily on some bar stools at the back of the room, slightly behind where I would be sitting while I demo the soundbar. Now, this soundbar is pretty interesting. It actually does have 11 speakers or channels. I verified this. In the soundbar itself, on the front of it, there are 5 individual channels, and then there are 2 channels on the top of the soundbar for upfiring. The idea is that they produce sound, the sound goes up, bounces off the ceiling and down to your ears, and creates the illusion that the sound is coming from overhead. And in the case of the surround speakers, there are the main channels that drive outward, and then there is an upfiring module on each surround speaker. So you count them all up and you get 11 channels. There is also the 10-inch subwoofer. When I picked this thing up, I was like, oh, this is where the heft comes from. This is why this thing weighs so much. The subwoofer weighs quite a bit. The other nice thing about this soundbar is how incredibly easy it is to set everything up. All you have to do is connect an HDMI cable into the eARC port on the soundbar, and then on the other end, you connect it into the eARC port on your TV, and that's it. The subwoofer and the surround speakers all connect automatically. There is a pairing button on each of the devices, but I never even had to use that pairing button. I just plugged them in, powered up the soundbar, and they connected automatically. It really couldn't have been easier. Now, there is a row of buttons on the top of the soundbar for power, volume, Bluetooth, etc. Truthfully, I never had to use any of those. This soundbar works flawlessly using the eARC functionality. I use an Apple TV remote and it worked perfectly. When I powered on my Apple TV, the soundbar turned on automatically. When I adjusted the volume on the Apple TV, the soundbar volume went up and down perfectly. Now, there are a couple options for controlling the specific functions of the soundbar beyond just volume and power and Bluetooth. And those specifically are the equalization default settings, where you have like movie, night mode, music mode, TV, voice. Voice is where it's emphasizing the dialogue. Now, you can control all of that from the included remote. It just takes a couple of AAA batteries. But honestly, I find using the Ultimea app on my phone to be a better experience. All of the functionality is included in the app that you get with the remote, so it really just comes down to your preference, whether you want to use the remote or you want to use your phone. For me, I use my phone. Now, there are a couple of interesting functions that you have with the remote or in the app, and those are that you can individually boost the surround speaker volume or the subwoofer volume. You can also individually boost the up-firing speakers. Now, in my testing, I actually didn't need to boost any of those. They came through very clearly. So I didn't need to increase the volume on those, but just know that that is an option. Maybe in your room, you may find that you do need to boost some of those channels for whatever reason. Maybe you have one of the surround speakers has to be placed at a further distance away, or maybe you're just not able to hear it because of the acoustics in your room. But for whatever reason that you find yourself in that situation, just know that you do have that option to boost those individual channels. As with the Poseidon M60 soundbar, the Skywave X70 also has the X upmix option, and it's just a toggle. It's either off or on. And what this does is it upmixes content that is in other formats, say Dolby Digital or 5.1, and it will upmix those using the X upmix function. However, if you're listening to source material that is already in a native Dolby Atmos soundtrack, the X upmix option has no effect. It is going to play in Dolby Atmos no matter what. So now we get to the big question. How does this soundbar sound? How does it perform? I am impressed with the quality of this soundbar. Right away, my first thought was, wow, this thing can get really, really loud, much louder than I was comfortable listening. I had to crank the volume down quite a bit. But once I got it set to a volume that I was comfortable at, I am really impressed with the sound. One of the things that jumped out at me right away was the discrete, not discrete, but discrete sounds, the individual, the distinct, unique sounds that were coming from the surround speakers. Typically, I've seen some other comparable soundbars, other setups where either you don't hear anything from the surround speakers or it's really just mirroring what you're getting from the soundbar itself. That is not the case with the Skywave X70. It definitely sends unique sounds to the surround speakers. And I noticed this most clearly when I was listening to source material that was in Dolby Atmos. It performs the absolute best with Dolby Atmos source material because it knows exactly where to send all of these unique sounds. Now, I was skeptical of the up-firing speakers. You know, sometimes they're referred to as bouncy house speakers because the sound is supposed to bounce off of your ceiling and down to your ears. So the first track that I tested where I wanted to see how the up-firing speakers functioned, how well they performed, was Boom by Tiesto and Seven. This song has a lot of height channel activity. I listen to it in my main theater. It's kind of my go-to track for stress testing a system. So I plugged in Boom, and I was not super impressed with the height channel activity. It didn't really seem to sound distinctly coming from the ceiling. So it sounded great, like the surround sound activity. I mean, the sounds were moving all around me, but they seemed to mostly be limited on the plane, the ear level plane. There wasn't much happening above. So then my next test for testing the upfiring was to play the plane flyover scene in Ford versus Ferrari. And this one was a completely different experience. When the plane flew over, it sounded like the plane was absolutely overhead. Quite frankly, I was shocked at how well it produced sound that appeared to sound like it was coming from the ceiling, from overhead. So I was very impressed with that. Another movie I like to use to test sound systems is Fury. This movie uses subwoofers a lot because it has tanks in it, and the tanks are firing their guns and their cannons and they're shelling other tanks. And so you get a lot of low explosions that just rumble everything. And I was impressed with how well the Skywave X70 handled these explosions. It rattled my house. In fact, it exposed some rattles in my room that I did not know were there. The other cool thing is there's a couple scenes in that movie where there is far off cannon fire. So it's way off in the distance. And so it's just this faint explosions. The sub was able to reproduce the low-end frequencies for those very well. I heard them, I felt them, and it also did a good job of making them sound like they were way off, far off in the distance, which was really, really cool. The other movie that I used to test the Skywave X70 is the opening scene of Saving Private Ryan. Now, there are a couple reasons why I like this particular scene for testing sound systems. The first is just the absolute cacophony of sound. The gunfire, the explosions, the screaming, the flames from the flamethrowers, just all of it, so much sound. How well can it handle it? And the second element is when they go underwater. When they go underwater and you get that kind of dreamy, ethereal sound effect that sounds like you're underwater. So the question is, how well is it able to produce that underwater sound effect? And in the case of the Skywave X70, I was impressed with how well it did it. It did sound like you were underwater. It sounded like there was water above you, that there was action happening above you, above the water. And then when they pop up back out of the water, all the guns are firing, and it is just an absolute chaotic scene all around you. And the surround speakers were doing a great job of creating that immersive effect. Now, one of the things that all of this testing highlighted to me, and for you guys that watch this channel, you know I harp on this all the time, just constantly go on and on about the importance of treating a room with acoustic treatments. And as I was doing these tests on the Skywave X70, and I was listening to all these songs and I was watching all these movie clips, I just kept thinking how much better it would sound if I were in a treated room. Now, I was testing this in my living room. There's no sound treatment. I do have carpet on the floor and I do have a couch on either side of the room. But other than that, there is no sound treatment. And in fact, it's actually worse than that, because on one of the side walls is a massive glass window, and the sound reflections off of that window are horrendous. And during all this testing, I had to always be considering and taking into account that I was doing the testing in an untreated room. And so my brain had to kind of translate it and be like, oh, okay, yeah, it sounds this way, but if I were in a treated room, it would sound even better. And the takeaway here is that no matter your setup, no matter what you're using, if you're using speakers, bookshelf speakers, tower speakers, a sound bar, it doesn't matter. Every sound setup will benefit from treating your room. You know, we tend to think, oh, sound treatment, that's reserved for high-end systems. You only do that in a dedicated space. Not so. It does not matter. Every sound system will benefit from treating your room. I actually am considering bringing the Skywave X70 down here to my main theater that obviously is treated, and testing it down here just to see exactly how good this thing can actually be. Because in a treated room, I guarantee it's going to sound even better. So overall, what do I think of the Skywave X70? I'm impressed. For $800, I think this offers a good value. If you are in a situation where a soundbar makes sense for your setup, the Skywave X70 is absolutely a fantastic option. I was impressed with how good the surround sound speakers are. I was impressed with how good the soundbar is at sending unique, discrete signals to those surround speakers. This soundbar, it sounds good and it is powerful. The 10-inch subwoofer, it performs. It did shake my living room. Now, there were times when it was a little boomy. It was a little much. And in those instances, I just went into the app and I just adjusted the sub frequencies down a dB or two, and that evened it out and it made it much more balanced. So you do have the option to either boost it or reduce it based on your taste, what sounds good in your room. All in all, this is a fantastic soundbar. You get a full array of sound for much less than you would pay for an AVR and bookshelf subwoofer setup. And the convenience of setup and operation can't be beat. It was super easy to install, super easy to operate. If you're looking for a soundbar, the Skywave X70 from Ultimea should absolutely be on your shortlist. Thanks for watching.